They say the road to financial stability is paved with hard work and careful planning, but I found it's actually paved with hope and a whole lot of caffeine. I wake up every morning with the same mantra: today is the day I will finally get my financial act together. Of course, that mantra is usually followed by a strong cup of coffee, because let's be honest, without caffeine, I'd be too busy dreaming about my financial plan instead of actually making it happen. I once tried to create a budget, but my hopes for a balanced spreadsheet quickly turned into a sad little table filled with the words wishful thinking. I decided to take a different approach. I call it the coffee and confidence method. First, I brew a pot of coffee strong enough to wake the dead and sit down with my bank statements. I glance at them, gulp down my coffee, and think, well, this looks manageable, right? Then I scribble down my plans, invest in stocks. I write, followed by a little bit of money tree. I mean, if I draw it, it must be possible, right? Who needs a financial advisor when you have a vivid imagination? Next, I look at my bills, and instead of panicking, I just take another sip of my coffee and tell myself, these are just suggestions. I even created a new slogan for my financial journey: hope is free, but coffee is a necessity. I've been told that budgeting is about being realistic, but I prefer to think of it as being creatively optimistic. After all, if I believe that one day my lottery ticket will win, then surely I can justify spending a little more on artisanal coffee, right? One day, I sat down with a friend, and she asked me about my financial goals. I took a deep breath, sipped my coffee, and replied, I just want to be rich enough to afford more coffee. She laughed, but I was only half kidding. I mean, coffee is life, and if I have to hustle, I might as well enjoy it, right? Then there are those moments of sheer panic when I realize I have no savings. I tell myself, don't worry, the universe will provide. And then I open another can of energy drink, because who needs savings when you have caffeine-induced confidence? Sometimes, I even think about starting a side hustle. I could sell my homemade blend of caffeine-infused hope, marketed as liquid optimism. I can see the tagline now, for when your financial plan is based entirely on hope and caffeine. Sure, I may not have a solid financial plan, but I do have a thriving little business in my head. I often imagine my financial future as a coffee shop, cozy, warm, and filled with the aroma of freshly ground beans. But then reality hits, and I remember that coffee shops need actual money to operate. I swear, if I could somehow convert all the coffee I drink into cash, I'd be a millionaire by now. So I keep sipping and dreaming, hoping that one day my financial situation will magically improve. In the meantime, I continue to write down my goals, find a money tree, win the lottery, and start a caffeine empire. I mean, if you're going to dream, you might as well dream big, right? And who knows? Maybe one day I'll wake up to find my hopes and caffeine have finally manifested into a solid financial plan. Until then, I'll just keep my coffee cup full and my dreams bigger than my bank account. Remember, folks, hope and caffeine might not be the best financial strategy, but they sure make the journey more enjoyable.